Hey, Lisa. Hey, good morning. How's it going, man? Hey, are you ready? I'm gonna film you for Tom Tom magazine.
Oh, it's a good thing I love this magazine. I've been playing the drums for almost 26 years. When I moved to Portland, I joined the band Exploding the Colors, and that band lasted about 3 years. I also am really involved in my percussion ensemble called Secret Drum Band. Cherry Sprout Produce, which is the best little grocery store in the world. A bunch of bands have performed in there. I've seen dance performers in there, and you perform in front of the freezers, and people can shop and buy yams and bananas while you're playing.
Cherry Sprout is so good for drummers because there's a natural rhythm to life here. So for drummers to get in tune with the natural rhythm of fruits and vegetables, that's the rhythm. It's right there. It's like in the vein of surrealistic daydreams. People are creating here. People are living. They're breathing. That's why we sell Tom Tom magazine.
Out of any record store I've been to, we have, I think, a lot more music that contains drums here. There's a lot of the jazz has drums. A lot of our funk and soul records, they almost all have drums. Not all the folk records will have drums, but pretty much all the punk records have drums. There's a couple acoustic punk, but I don't really consider that, you know. And a lot of the rock records, they do have drums. There's just a lot of drums. Look at this. Mostly drums on this record. Maybe even all, no, there's another shit too, but mostly drums. Just one example.
She's here all the time. I can confirm that. She's a hard worker, this Lisa.
I'm usually in the room back there teaching drum students.
I think that's what makes it different is like that we're actually a shop where we really encourage people to come to the shop. You know, like not just like call in or place an order online or do that thing, but actually come to the shop and hang out with me and Jose and Lisa and whoever's in the shop and just, you know, so we have chairs here. And we have a coffee shop that we encourage people to grab a coffee, come hang out, share stories.
Bench outside.
Yeah, it's more of a hang. I mean, we want people to come and hang out and as much, you know, and learn about drums, talk about drums, share ideas. So I think it seems to be working. Why people want to come back.
Yeah, and there's this respect that customers created with here that I feel like in a lot of drum shops growing up, you know, you kind of, it's like sort of intimidating, especially as a little kid, to go into a shop and like, talk to, you know, feel like you don't know anything or whatever. And, you know, here it's just like everything's really relaxed and cool. And yeah, this whole strip mall is pretty amazing too. It's a really cool community that hangs out here.
Why would you want to leave? You got a great drum shop, record store, coffee shop,
Yeah.
great food, tea garden,
I'm just
great
gonna
cafe.
start sleeping on the bench outside.
Yeah, I thought you were already.
Yeah. My bands all practice down here, and I teach drum lessons here sometimes. And Portland's really cool in this way, and it's different than a lot of other cities I've been to in that a lot of people have basements, and a lot of people live in houses rather than apartments, and so it's easy to find a house for cheap that has a basement in it that you can use to practice. And my students like learning in here, and my bandmates love playing in here, and it's not too hot or too cold. And it's good to be able to make dinner before we play and hang out in the house and have tea breaks or go hang out in the porch rather than renting some like sticky, gross practice space someplace. And it's nice to be able to come here at all hours and fetch a tambourine or whatever. It's one of the coolest things about this town.